Greetings, everyone. This is Rio again, back with you with another Housewife of Atlanta recap video or editorial video. I'm out here in the public at Wofford College. I was already out and about, so I figured to make the video while I'm out here today. But let's get started. The show begins with where does it really begin? But in the beginning, we see Kandi. I don't know about y'all, but Kandi has turned... I actually used to like Kandi. I used to have a lot of respect for Kandi, back in the day. But these last 2 or 3 seasons, she has gone from being this nice woman to just being this abrasive, petty-ass individual, and it's tiresome. Here comes Mama Joyce, Kandi being, Mama Joyce, being related to Mama Joyce. She tells about the situation with Block. And... let me ask you this question. Why should Block bring $50,000 every time she quote unquote sees Riley, but you're using your daughter's airtime just so you can hopefully cop a check for $50? That doesn't make sense to me. I really have had it with the Burgess women and their motive for them being on the show, because I've said this in the past. I always said that the Burgess women are not immune of taking care of themselves. They are immune of somebody or Kandi taking care of them. That's why everything in Kandi is so related. That's why she brushes them off so quickly when they get into an argument with the other ladies, because the other ladies can see right through her, and the person who can't see it because it's Kandi, because it's a resistance of her mama. So it's just very dumb. And I said this last week. I even sent her a Twitter. I said, if Kandi's crew has all this time to make all this shade against Phaedra and Portia about things that are really none of their damn business, then they have enough time to go out there, put in a few applications, get a job, and fill out an online profile and get themselves a man. They are not that destitute. They may be senior citizens, but they're not that destitute. They're not that handicapped to the point where they can get up there and fold some clothes or do some housekeeping or whatever. Get up and work. Stop depending everything on Kandi, because this is not what's happening. Kandi has the middle spot. If you notice opening sequence, Kandi is the middle peach holder. That's the same position that Nene Leakes was holding on for the longest, because Nene was the star of the show. But now Kandi has that position, and so now this is what happened last year. Don Juan and the crew were putting Kandi up here to the point where the ladies should be grateful for Kandi being in their presence. And I'm like, that's bullshit. At the end of the day, Nene Leakes is gone. She don't even need this show anymore. But y'all still need the show. Kandi still needs the show. Because truth be told, before she was even considering being a Real Housewife, that girl wasn't even thinking about a sex toy line from a damn gay man buying it in the damn store. I mean, it came to her while she's had opportunities while she was on the show. But before then, she was just another woman holding on to her money the best way she knew how. Now she has all this money, and now it's just gotten completely out of hand. I can't take this no more. Kandi, your mama and your crew are petty. You need to do something. What's going on between y'all and the other woman is none of their fucking business. Tell them to get a job. Tell them to stop being petty, and you stop being petty too. It's really tiresome. Because always remember this, the same crew that you love and support is also the same crew who didn't want you to marry your current husband. I'm just saying, so you might want to work on your crew and get some people who are actually going to build you up, because in the words of Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? We haven't heard anything from your toy line. We haven't heard anything from your music. We haven't heard anything except your time being on the show and this whole lesbian gay thing. And let me tell you something. We haven't experienced that yet. But as a gay man myself, I don't want to hear about this shit last year when gays were considering almost leaving the damn show. In fact, the whole gay populace was about leaving the show because y'all took gay to the whole new level that wasn't even supposed to go. I don't want to see that. And because and another thing. Yeah, Portia might have kissed you once, but you let her. So you're just as part of the problem as she is. So you're not innocent by far. So let's not pretend like she's just doing this because you're to blame too. Take some responsibility and tell your mama to get a life. She's not that old. She can do something positive with her life. Go on a date, have drinks, drink Moscato, but stop being petty. Because if you can throw shade, you can get a job and earn a paycheck. Oh God, I've loved it when I make these videos. I just feel so much better. Anyway, Sheree. Now, Sheree, this season, I actually love you. I actually like you. Last season, season 4, not so much. But I actually like you this season. I like the fact that you're back in the group. I like the fact that you can stand on your own 2 feet. And I also like the fact that you're working on things with the house and Bob. Because, don't get me wrong, I want you to succeed. But, the first 4 seasons or 5 seasons you were on the show, it was very hard. Sorry, my hands are cold. Had to switch hands. For you to, be in that position because you were just so high and mighty. You were very demanding. You demanded a lot from Bob. And I think in return, he just didn't demand a lot from you either. So, to be fair, both of you have to take responsibility. I see both of you have taken responsibility. And I'm glad that both of you are working yourself out, if not for the benefit of the kids. Because the kids are growing up very fast. Especially Cairo. Last time I saw Cairo, he was a little boy. And boom, now he's a grown man. And a beautiful man, too. But I like the fact that you're trying to work on your relationship with Bob. I really, truly think that he really cares for you. But I think that, like you said, Bob has some growing up to do. And he has a lot of evolving to do. So do you. But use this time on the show to really get Sheree back in order. Because you have the house. The house is almost done. Now, I don't know about the rumors about the house party and you have to be charged $1,000 and such. But right now, take care of the house. This is what I recommend you do. Fix the house up. You got money now. You're back on the show. Fix the house up. Get everything in order. Licenses and everything. Put the furniture in, move in gracefully, then slowly but surely start back up sheet by sheet. Put it in small boutiques. Don't go to the department stores because you have to crawl before you can learn how to walk. Because believe it or not, I want you to succeed. You have the opportunity, if not to succeed, the majority of the housewives on the show. Excluding, Phaedra and Portia, because to me, y'all the only ones who are trying to make it anyway. I can't see the rest from... Well, I'll give it to Cynthia too, but I can't see it from Kooky Kenya or not even Crazy Kandi. But use this time on the show for good. Don't use it so much for evil. And don't worry about the situation with More Manor, because truth be told, More Manor ain't exactly finished all either. And by the time she does get it finished, it's only going to be for a reservation for 1 instead of a family for 4, which she is still hoping to have. And speaking of crazy ass people, let's move on to Kenya. Y'all really don't know how much I really cannot stand this woman. There is literally nothing for me to say about her except for the crazy shit that she does. All this shade you're throwing about Sheree's house and your damn house ain't finished either. As a matter of fact, you had a housewarming but no unfinished house. I really, like I said, I really have nothing good to say about, Kenya. My only hope for Kenya is that she actually gets the help that she deserves. Because yes, she does need help. She does need counseling. She needs the exact same counseling that Portia needs. Especially the fact that her mother wants to kill her. Yeah, I don't know if anyone brought that up yet. But anyway, yeah, I have nothing good to say about Kenya. Phaedra. Do I really have something to say about Phaedra? Not really bad about Phaedra. I do have something to say about Kenya. Kenya, if you're going to Flint, which I'm pretty sure you have, but if you're going to Flint, actually do some work, put in forth some effort. Don't just go down there and give somebody a bucket of water and say you did something, because anybody could do that. I could do that. But actually go down there, get your hands dirty, and see what you can do for those children. Because, you supposedly do everything for the kids because the kids are important to you. I don't believe that for a minute, but, That's what you claim to say. Didn't see much of Portia this episode. I really can't say anything about her. Yeah, I pretty much say everything I wanted to say about this episode. Next episode, I'm actually like cringing because everything that you've read about what they did, about Caro's DUI and the situation with Kenya and her ex, everything's coming out to light now. So we're going to see how it all comes out to light. But I will say this though, and I'm speaking on behalf of all the housewives at this point. This petty ass bullshit has got to end. It has really got to end at this point, because now, I don't know if you guys noticed this but Nene Leakes does not want to come back to the show. When she left the show, she left it on good graces. She left it on a good invitation for if she ever did want to come back. They was extend the invitation. But now she's at a point where she doesn't need y'all or the show. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, and I'm speaking of all the housewives because it's not just the ones I like. But she's put herself in a position where she, like I said, she doesn't no longer need the show, but you guys still need the show. Kandi, you talk all this shit, but yet and still, if you got fired from this show, you wouldn't know what to do. Kenny's mom would probably try to kill you because you wouldn't give her any more money anymore. Which, by the way, I highly suggest you stop giving your mama money. I know that she's your mama. I know that you love her. I know that you respect her. But she ain't that damn old where she can get her own money. Tell her to get her lazy ass up and get a job. Yes, I said lazy ass. It's too much at this point. 9 years ago, this show was entertaining. It was dramatic, but it was entertaining. I remember we all saw the reunion as a family. And now my mother stopped watching it because the drama has just gotten too much. Y'all doing things that we as black people don't even do on an everyday basis. It's one thing to turn up for the cameras, but you shouldn't turn up to the point where y'all gonna get, or at least I say one of y'all are gonna start twirling out of control. Now, and on the past, I've talked about Carlos King and everything. He's blocked me on Twitter. Why? I don't know. I was simply telling the truth. But at the same time, my intention was not to hurt Carlos or do anything perfect. My only purpose is to express how I feel, which is the truth. And I can do that without any shade or malicious intent. Now, if he took it as such, I really don't see why, because I'm pretty much saying the same thing everyone is saying to him. But I don't think that I look at it now, I don't think he's fully responsible, but he's partly responsible. I think Andy is also responsible for the madness too, since this is his network and pretty much his show. So he has to find a balance. Yes, you can bring the drama, but you shouldn't bring the drama to the point where it's going to raise people's blood pressure up. People start watching the show and everything. You don't want to lose that, because you've lost viewers since he left. You don't want to lose that. Yeah, it should be dramatic, but it should have drama, because, yeah, let's be honest with each other. These women are not going to be best of friends. We have established that. But they should never be to the point where the first thing that they want to do when they see each other is kill each other. That should not happen. It's bad enough when we had to watch that shit on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I'm not even going to get on that damn show. But there has to be a balance. And I'm speaking on behalf of Carlos and Andy. Y'all got to do something. We, the people, are begging you to do something. Please. Until next time, my name is Rio, and I'm out.